8 days till it happens. So I know that as I move forward in ease and comfort, that there is that richness of spirit and the gifts of spirit that I'm enjoying. This is the truth for me. I cannot create my future with a painful past. It doesn't work that way. I have the opportunity to move forward with a new experience, meeting new friends, knowing that my wellness is the gift of spirit that I accept and open up to. And so far, so good. I've been doing a lot of mental activity, working with a practitioner, knowing that my truth and all that comes about from this allows me to share the abundant love that Spirit holds for me. I move into this consciousness, and I know that I was in the perfect spot at the perfect time with the perfect person when all of this came about. To assist in my wellness adventure, and one of the things that I've got to digress here, everything is so filled with auditory and visuals and things today. And the Hip Replacement Center from the hospital sent this 68-page booklet on what to anticipate. So I have a lot to anticipate. Bring it on, Well, I was at 5 Saturdays ago, with a group of friends. We were at a crab feed, a fund and fundraiser for the Aquajets, and a swim team here in town. And a close friend of ours, Michael's and mine, is a nurse practitioner. And during the evening, she came to me in a very quiet and very loving kind of a way, and she said, "You know, Louie," she said, "I'd like to do something for you." And she was very, very discreet and very unobtrusive in her way she worded things. And I knew it was a challenge. So she said, "If you'll show up at my office on Wednesday, I will do your initial examination. I will see that the x-rays are done and your physical is done and all this. I will also take it upon myself to make the appointments for your MRI and to get you into an orthopedic surgeon." So that was on Wednesday. At 4 o'clock on Friday, she called with all of the appointed times. Can you imagine somebody so pretty and lovely that told me where to go and how to do it? So I am grateful for her. I am grateful for her. She called me and she had such, when she telephoned me, she had such love in her voice. And she said, "I hope you're not thinking I'm taking over your life." And I said, "No, you're just managing my wellness, and I accept that." And you know, I surrendered. I talked with Dr. Carolyn about this too. And when I surrendered and turned over any seeming challenge that I might have, physically, mental, or whatever, when I turned it over to Spirit, I just let loose of it, and this is what I've come to know. I got myself out of the way. As Emerson says, when we move ourselves out of the blockage, the divine spirit flows. And it did. And it did. When I walked into the surgeon's office, he said, "I'm not seeing anybody. It'll be June before you can get it done." That wasn't the case. My friend did all the work ahead. And so, one of the lighter side, what the orthopedic surgeon said, he said, after looking at x-rays and all this, he said, "You know what? If I were you, I would not walk to the hospital. I would run." And I said, "Dr. Jones, I would if I could." When we allow a higher power to come into our space, when we allow that creative intelligence, that universal good that is ours, to make its presence known on the individual level, we have connected with the healer and revealer of truth. And just as Spirit does this good work, all of this has unfolded in the divine and perfect order. I am amazed and always reminded of the beauty and how nature and spirit and the law of cause and effect works. And I know that the healthy energy of Spirit is at work now, repairing and making the apparent experience all that it's going to be. And I know that every medical doctor, every technician, every nurse, every person that has anything to do with my wellness team is on my side. They're knowing my divine truth and my perfect presence in the world of life. So I said, bring it on. I'm accepting all of it. I accept it with ease and grace. And it's always been a difficult time up until recently for me to accept. My nature is to give. And I have now had this opportunity to bring it all home. And a couple of weeks ago when I mentioned it, I said, I'm now accepting all the love back that I have given out. So we're just going to have a big love fest on the 26th. I'll call you as soon as I come to. What I know that is seemingly degenerative in my hip, it will be repaired. And I will move forth with ease and with wisdom, knowing that this whole experience is but another portion of my life lessons that I was placed on the planet to accept and to learn from. I'm kind of reading this over, I have to tell you, it's very, very basic. I sort of thought I was entering my Science of Mind 100 series classes, knowing that, you know, to show up and be awake and all this kind of thing. But it's the basic realization of what it takes to be well that I've come to know. That through this procedure, it's going to be fine. Now, I'm not so filled with illusion that I think I'm going to spring off that table immediately and run a 40-mile run. That won't happen. Probably never will. I don't like to run. But what I do know is going to happen is that I will have the intelligence to accept the gift, to do the restorative work, to do the therapy, to place in mind all the things that it takes for my wellness to be a complete success. And I also know that as I accept my showroom quality of health that I've desired, I will be a new model for 2014. I'm going to get possession of it early. It'll just be 6 months before the new cars come out. But I'll have that ability to have the vigor and kick up my heels. And I would today if I could, like I said, but right now it's a little bit limited. But I know that my life will be expressing in perfect order, divine health, and with a freedom that is our gift from Spirit. It's the Father's good pleasure for us to always receive the gifts. And this gift of perfect health has made me so aware that there will be no pain. And I have accepted that as my divine gift. And I'm so appreciative of what Spirit does. I know that the perfect life expressing from this soon-to-be event is going to be one that I will put in my memory book and draw upon the wellness that has created for me with a great deal of gratitude and appreciation. I await and know without fear what's going to happen. I'm very calm. And Reverend Eileen has given me a whole, you know how auditory she is and how she's into all of her toys and things. Well, I have to say this one really works. No bling, no bling. She's not here today or I'd give her a bad time from the dais here. But what it is wonderful music, much like the flute, telling me and knowing and assuring for me that all of the procedures run in divine order. And that's what it is that acceptance of that which is my gift to become. My present, my future forecast calls for a full return to Louis Land. I know that. I know that as my truth. I know that I'll have a few days of gimp and limp, but that's not where I'm going. I'm going to walk free and pain-free. There will be some slowdown, I'm not a foolish individual. I have a mind and I think. The nature of my being and my close connection to my community, my spiritual community here, has been so supportive through all of this. And I want to thank the practitioners and all of you who have joined and chimed in to assist and do things. My procedure is on Tuesday. Easter is Sunday. And it's my divine gift to be here. However I'm going to get here, that is what I have placed in mind. And my wellness depends on being in church on Easter Sunday. So all I want to say is, hip hip hooray. I have called upon the attributes of the Trinity. And I've called upon the spirit, the soul, and my body, and it will carry me to celebration. It's the way it works. It's the energy that I put toward that, which allows it to show up in my life. And I have come to this conclusion. I cannot and I will not create my future if I cling to an uncomfortable past. It has to be ease, it has to be smooth, and it has to be a healing elixir. I accept that. So my future is pain-free. I know that. And it's comfortable. And it's filled with grace and the love from all of you. I probably won't need an anesthetic. It'll just be instantaneous. Maybe they'll wave a wand. I have to laugh at this and share. Probably shouldn't say it, but I'm going to share it with you. A very close friend of Michael's and mine is the head of food at the hospital. And he emailed me the other day and he says, you will not have any bacon, pork sausage, or any kind of pork product. And I wrote back, I said, I am not going for the food, I'm going for the repair. Take out the dents, take care of the eyelids, and crank up the face. So as I stand before you filled with grace and love, I want to share with you, so far, so good. I'm soon to be new, and my lesson ends in love.